Hey guys, it is I, Ashley, and it is time for October Deck of TBR. Woo! Spooky season. So, Deck of TBR for last month. I guess I should wrap up. I did awful. I read one book out of the 10 that I rolled for, but we don't want to talk about it, and I don't punish myself because why would I want to hurt my own feelings like that? But anyway, for the wrap up, the one book that I did read from my Deck of TBR draws for September was European Travel for the Monstrous Gentlewoman by Theodora Goss. This was for the prompt book from a finished series, and I read it. It was 700 pages, so you know what? I think I did an okay job there, or I'm not going to be mad at myself for not reading the other books. So, but I ended up giving that book 3.5 out of 5. I really love the series. I love the characters. That's the second book in the Athena Club series, I think it's called. The first book is Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. But I love that series, and I love that world and the characters. But I did not have the greatest time with the second book because it was super long and kind of slow. There just wasn't a lot happening in it, and I don't think what happened in the book justified the page length. So that one took me some time, but I finished it. Huzzah! And now I only have one book left to read in that series. And I also took part in the 2 readathons last month. I did the Magical Readathon, the Novice Path. You only had to complete 2 books in order to complete the readathon, the challenge. So I completed 3 books for that. So, woohoo! And then I also took part in Becca's Bookathon, and I didn't really pass that. But we don't want to talk about it. So, anyway, it is now time for me to do October's Deck of TBR. So, Deck of TBR is a TBR game. I did not come up with it myself. I got the idea from Books with Maddie, who I link below, and I got a lot of the prompts from Book Roast, from the TBR game that is played on that channel. And yeah, so that'll be linked below too. And let's see how many draws I have to do. So we'll roll on here. 7. We've got 6 and 7. That's not awful. We could have done so much worse. Okay, so I've already shuffled the cards. Draw a 1. Ace. You know. Okay, so ace means that I have to add a draw, and there's a prompt for Ace of Clubs up here, so, oh, I like it, I like it. My prompt is post-apocalyptic. Great start, to add an extra draw on the first thing. So. For post-apocalyptic, stretch maybe, but I think I'm going to pick The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. This has something to do with like climate, and it does say, in winter, the world is on the precipice of disaster. Fires burn, storms rage, and Claire finally accepts that she's the only one who could make a difference. I think that has like a post-apocalyptic flair to it, so this is what we're going to do. And we're going to replace it with steampunk. Oh yeah. Okay, draw a 2. 2 of spades. Let's see what that is. So 2 of spades is friend picks my next read. I've not had this one before, I don't think. I hope they pick something nice for me. Friend picks my next read. I will have sent a picture of books for my friends to pick from, so this will be done. And we're gonna replace that with, I won! That means like a book that I want. 3. Another ace. Ace of hearts, so that means another extra draw. I went from 7 to 9. This is great, great. So ace of hearts. Oh. I've got creature on the cover. Creature on the cover. I have A Stitch in Time by Kelly Armstrong. There is a horse right there. That is a creature. And this is a haunted house ghost story romance. I don't know. I like Kelly Armstrong, so this is going on the pile. And we're gonna replace that with steamy novel. So this is draw 4. 4 of clubs. So 4 of clubs is morally gray character or villain's point of view. Okay. Morally gray. So I have morally gray character villain's point of view. I don't really know exactly what I want to do with this, so I gave myself options. I have Bones and All by Camille DeAngelis. I want to say she's like a cannibal. Yeah, she eats people's hearts. Yeah, so I think she's kind of evil. I also have Persephone Station by Stina Light? I don't know. But I just love the cover on this book, and I've been wanting to read it. I need to read it, and it does say that there is head of a semi-organized band of beneficent criminals, wayward assassins, and washed-up mercenaries with a penchant for doing the honorable thing. So they're like criminals that are trying to be good. I don't know, they're still criminals, right? I mean, they have done things that maybe not the good. So yeah, this one's on there as option. And then maybe, because this one is very Halloween-y and I would like to read it, The Girl from the Well by Rin Chapeko. She's a ghost. She does ghost things. I'm not saying that, well, okay, it says she was once a victim herself. She now takes the lives of killers with the vengeance they're due. So she kills bad people, but still killer. So yeah. And that gets replaced with thriller. So this is draw number 5. 10 of hearts. Okay. 10 of hearts is dystopian. I don't think I've read a dystopian in a little while. Dystopian. Dystopian gave me so much headache. I guess I could have picked a classic dystopian that I haven't read yet, but did I want to do that? Not really. Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. I'm not exactly sure if this is just like straight fantasy, but it does say something about a brutal revolution changed their world, giving everyone, even the lowborn, a chance to test into the governing class of dragon riders. So if it's like a brutal revolution and then like a changed world, I mean, that could be dystopian. I'm counting it. And we're gonna replace that with book you think will make you sad or has leaves on the cover. Draw number 6, King of Spades. Okay, so this is a Shelves of the Deep, so this is a book that I've had for a while. We can do that. For my Shelves of the Deep prompt, again, I gave myself options because I don't know what I'm doing. Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. I've been wanting to read this for a while. It just looks fun. It's about, I believe it's like an Ursula kind of thing, because it says before she took the mermaid's voice, she gave up her own heart. So is this how she went bad? I don't know. And Iron Cast by Destiny Soria. I've checked this out multiple times and I have not gotten to read it yet. And I've wanted to. I've wanted to read something by Destiny. So this is number 7, which would have been my last one if the game had been kind. 2 of Clubs. I thought I had gotten this already. I hadn't. We're safe. So 2 of Clubs. 2 of Clubs is a red cover. Okay. Red cover. Okay. I have Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. This is the second book in the Cassidy Blake series. It's a middle grade. Her parents are ghost hunters. And I liked the first one. And in this one, they go to France. Yeah, she can talk to ghosts. And it's got big words, so I should finish it fast. And I know it's a lot of black, but there's red. I'm going to replace that with Story Set in Winter. So this is number 8. 6 of Spades. Okay. So 6 of Spades is snake in title or on cover. I might have to look for that one. Snake in title or on cover, also difficult. Also difficult. So I ended up going with a book that has been on this TBR before, but don't judge. The Scapegracers by Hannah Abigail Clark. I think this is like kind of witchy too. And I think it might be weird. Atmospheric voice-driven novel of the occult that explores magic, growing up, and complex female friendship with all the rage of a teenage girl. When I was a teenager, I didn't feel that much rage, but maybe that's just me. But, yeah, there's a snake right there. So, will we read it? Who knows? And we're going to replace it with a book by a new-to-you author. And this is draw number 9. Please let it be last. Ooh, it is. 3 of Hearts. Okay, what's 3 of Hearts? Oh. So 3 of Hearts is continue a series, which I like. And I think I can make it work. And then the last one, continue a series. And for this, another book that you have seen in great many TBRs, but it is Murder Lomain by Vivian Chen. I never know how to say this last name. Chen. It is what it is. This is book 3 in the Noodle Shop mystery series. It's a cozy mystery series about a character named Lana Lee whose parents work. Well, her family owns like a Chinese restaurant, and she kind of comes back to work at this Chinese restaurant. And it's located in this place called Asia Village, and Asia Village has had like a lot of mysteries happening, a lot of death, and so I think that is another one of this. And it sounds like in this one she is in a noodle contest. It also takes place in Cleveland, Ohio, so if you're looking for books set in Cleveland or Ohio, here's your thing. But it says a local food critic receives a threatening note in a fortune cookie and is later found dead, face down in a bowl of Lomain. All bets are off. So yeah, I like this series. It's fun. And that's gonna get replaced with Royalty or Famous. Like me. No, I wish. That's all my draws for Deck of TBR more than I wanted. Doesn't it always happen? Like, why can't I ever just roll the dice and it give me like 2 or 3? Why? And I also want to take place. I also really kind of want to take part in a readathon that's happening called SPOOPAthon. It's Halloween based. I don't really know who's doing it, but I'll try to find it and link it below. But essentially, what you're doing is you have to pick a path to escape from a haunted house. And you can do it as many times as you want to escape. I drew my own map, so please forgive me. Please forgive me. But you start off like one of these things, and you go to a door, and sometimes you have to defeat ghosts or unlock doors. And the books give you points. And you're on a team. So I'm going to be on Team Spectral Shenanigans. It's green. It's the green team. And they have the ability to, say they get to a prompt and they don't like it, like translated book. They don't want to do that. They can hop to the next prompt, or hop to the next prompt, or hop over here. So they don't have to follow like the set path. But so I think where I'm starting, Black Cover. My first book of October, I have already started it, so it has been decided. Black Cover, The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I have read 2 Grady Hendrix books and really liked them. Horror Store and We Sold Our Souls. So not even his most popular ones. Like Horror Store, yeah, that you do hear about Horror Store. But I don't feel like you heard about We Sold Our Souls very often, but it did have some terrifying scenes in it. And it's about, We Sold Our Souls is about a band. So the title gives you a big hint about what happened, you know. But yeah, I think I'm going to read The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. This is a book about a group of final girls, the survivors of the terrible crimes, the sole survivors of terrible crimes. They're all grown up, they're all messed up, and they go to therapy. And it's about 6 of them meeting in this therapy group, and then maybe they like start disappearing or dying. I don't know, but I'm really excited to read it. Grady Hendrix, good. And it just has like cool illustrations and, you know, these little things. I love these little pop-up things. And yeah, Grady Hendrix is just funny, okay? Because listen to this. This is the what's it called, where you have it for somebody, dedication, that's word. So it says, Amanda, true love is putting someone else before yourself, which is why I thought you should walk across that ice before me. So I think that's funny. That's funny. So yeah, that is plans for October. It's not gonna happen. It's never going to happen. But you know what? I can dream. I can live. Let me dream and live. So, yeah. And I'm not gonna read them all, but we'll dream big. And I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Okay, bye.
The shivers